Hi. We'll stay in one spot. Say hi. Good morning, y'all. It's time to get everybody up and at 'em and fed. Roscoe is in a mood today. I know, get down. Have y'all ever been beat to death by a chicken wing? Now you have. Good morning, guys. Some more feed. Okay, all clean in there. We'll go ahead. We've got some rain coming in today. More rain. Put this in. Ooh. Change of plans. I'm actually headed into town, the big town. There's going to be lots of traffic and lots of people, and I'm not really looking forward to it. And that, folks, was just the private road to get me off my property. I just made it to the county road. Those of you who are looking for the country lifestyle, take into consideration your roads. Very, very important. You're either going to be paying for good roads or for better suspensions. Hey y'all, we're here. We're at HEB, and this is a Texas store. I know that they're not all over the place. It's a huge store, and they carry all kinds of really cool stuff. But today I'm not going to do a tour. If you guys want a tour, just comment below, and at some point when it's not too busy, maybe we could do that. This store is going to be jam-packed with people. So I'll see you guys when I come out. Pens in hand. Note to self, the day after a major holiday, it was really not busy in there at all. Normally this store is just jam-packed. You can hardly make it down the aisles, but I was really surprised. So I think I might be doing grocery shopping after major holidays. It's a thought. All right, got to get back to the property because I have some work to do before we get some rains this afternoon. So today did not turn out like I initially wanted it. I had plans on doing other things, and God had other plans. Ended up having to go to the big city to pick up hubby's prescriptions. And then had to come back and address a few other things. Had to go work a little bit at the range. I wasn't down there long. And I just didn't get accomplished what I wanted to get accomplished today. What I wanted to do was rake through the hay. We didn't have enough hay to finish out the garden, and I saw some spots in the garden that were very thick and some spots that were very thin. So I wanted to go through and rake through the hay and kind of get, sorry if you're bouncing around there. One more time, we're going to bounce around. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I wanted to go through and rake through and get everything nice and evenly distributed, and then find out how much hay I need to get. I think I need to get one big roll, but that's not what happened. So during breakfast, my husband gets a phone call, one of those automated phone calls, and telling him that he has a prescription that needs to be picked up. So I went down there, stopped what I was doing, and went down there. And when I went down there, by the time I got down there, it was lunchtime, and I decided I'm gonna go grab a quick salad. HEB has these wonderful pre-made big salads, you know, with all kinds of goodies and nuts and things like that. Ooh, that's coming apart. So I wanted to grab that in lieu of fast food. And when I went there, well, let me show you the picture. I had completely forgot that there was a recall on romaine lettuce. And so I didn't get the salad that I wanted to get, which was no big deal. But it really got me thinking. It got me thinking about our food. And yeah, it would have been totally awesome to grab a very quick salad at the store rather than having to stop and get something else. And actually, I did grab a salad and some sushi. H-E-B's great with stuff that is already made and ready to eat. So I grabbed a spinach salad. Spinach and walnut. It was really, really good. So I decided to come home and try these, grow my lettuce in a bag here. Now, I've seen it on Facebook. I think I've even seen it on YouTube, where you just take potting soil. And this potting soil has been outside, so it's very, very wet. You just take the potting soil and you cut open the bag. You punch holes in the bottom of it, just like you saw me do in the very beginning, for drainage. And then you just cut open a space on top. That's gonna fall off. Let me readjust this. So anyway, I got to thinking about our food and, you know, where it comes from. And this recall is E. coli. And it comes on the heels of other E. coli. The turkey, you know, Jenny-O turkey just had a recall. And lettuce gets recalled, it seems like once every other month. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. Now, what is E. coli? Where does it come from? E. coli actually comes from poop. It's a bacteria, and it is poop borne, or feces. So I don't know how it's getting into our food supply. I mean, I have a theory, but since I don't know for sure, it's just a theory and I'm not going to share it. But it seems like all these big production, you know, big farms and the big places that process our food, it seems like we're getting more and more of these recalls. And it's kind of scary. I was reading the other day that somebody, I think it was a man, went into kidney failure because of this recalled lettuce. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and plant some lettuce here in the greenhouse. It'll be safe from the chickens. It'll be safe from the cats. And I've never done this before. Like I said, I've seen it on Facebook, on Pinterest. And I've been meaning to try it. I just haven't. Lazy, I guess. Have other things to do. But God really does. He always puts you in a place where you need to be and things that you need to see. You know, seeing all that, and we eat a lot of salads, y'all. We eat a lot of salads. You know, seeing all that lettuce that, you know, is gone. That was really eye-opener. So now these are just potting soils. I didn't even go out and buy potting soil. I just grabbed some potting soil that I had here in the greenhouse and out in the garden that I had, I guess, intended on other projects that just never happened. So I have it, and we're going to try it out. So what have I done so far? Put that down. Roscoe, put that down. Go, out, out. He's like a little child. So what have I done so far? So far, I have poked holes in the bottom, and then I flipped these over, and then cut out a place in the center. And as you can see, the bag is really kind of overfilled. I don't know if you can see that. Let me pan down. Okay, it's a better shot. See, it's kind of overfilled and it's kind of flopping over. I'm going to take some of this dirt out. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant our seeds right into this bag, and then we're just going to let these grow here in the greenhouse during the winter. There's one pot that's filled. We'll put some cilantro in there. Cilantro is a good winter crop here. It doesn't like the heat so much. And guys, sorry if you're wiggling. Sorry. But I really didn't have any place else to put the camera besides on my work table. And Roscoe is now up underneath. Yeah, we're gonna need. Might be using all my pots today. So this soil was sitting out in the rain, and it was just absorbing all the rainwater, so it's got a lot. Ooh, big old stick. Look at that. That's in potting soil. Chuck that out the door. Don't need that. Now Yellow Cat's in here, and when I came out here earlier, the lizards were abundant, so he's probably chasing lizards. Okay. So I got two different kinds of salad mix. I've got a European muslin, and then I've got a Rocky Top salad mix, both from Baker Creek. I have never tried either one. It's a Rocky Top mix. We're going to treat this as cut and come again lettuce. So we're just going to heavily put this in here. Okay, that's it. I still got a bunch of it left in here. If it grows in these bags like this, a bag this size, cut, should be enough salad for one meal for us. I mean, we eat a lot of salads. So I don't even know if I have it planted enough. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it down. I'm not going to bother covering it up with soil. And that's that. I'm going to do the next one. For us, lettuce does not grow very well here in the summer. It just gets too hot for it, and it wants to bolt really fast. This year I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try to grow it in the shade like I did the celery last year and see if it works. So this is what it looks like. Kind of like birdseed, kind of like chicken food. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's it. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of dirt in here because I have this really nice potting soil. So let's just put a little bit of that in here. See how quickly I changed my mind? Like I said, sorry for the bouncing around. So this one over here, I'm going to plant some pak choi and see how that does. I love pak choi. I love to cook with it. And since I can't plant anything out in the garden until I get, you know, the fence put around it, because these tender greens, the chickens would love. So I've got a seed packet of pak choi. Looks kind of like mustard seeds. Let me make sure it's not mustard. Yeah, okay, pak choi. It really does. It really does look like mustard seeds. My hands are dirty, so let me show you in the bag. Doesn't it look like mustard seeds? That's why I had to double check. And we're just going to plant these the same. Pak choi is a little bit smaller than your regular bok choy, and planting it thick like this, I'll come through and just kind of weed through it, I guess you could say, and pull out stuff to, you know, little babies, give it a little bit more room to grow, and stir fry them. They're so good. So good. So that's that. I've planted 2 different kinds of lettuce mixes, the Rocky Top and the European Muslin, and then I planted some pak choi. That fast. Okay, so in these, I'm going to angle the camera down again. I've got some pots here that I pulled the dirt out of. Never mind that guy. Avocado, my mom planted from seed for me. The cilantro seeds, they're pretty good size. Well, my hands are filthy. See them there. And some of these seeds look okay, but some of them look split. So what I'm going to do is about every 2 inches apart. Some people will tell you 3 or 4, but about 2 inches apart, I'm going to put a seed. And I'm just going to press it down. And if you've never had fresh cilantro out of the garden and you've only ever bought cilantro, you really got to grow it. I mean, it is amazing stuff. The flavor is so much better, so much stronger than what you get at the grocery store. I don't know, 2-3 inches apart. I'm going to pull these really young anyway. And I pull the entire plant, I clean the roots off, and I use the entire thing. The roots are amazingly strong as well. Goes great in soups. And it's also really good for you too. Cilantro. And y'all, I brought the cilantro seeds out here to kind of throw in this. And I didn't realize I was going to have to pull so much dirt out of the bags. Except for this bag, I didn't have to hardly pull any dirt out of. And I would normally come back and water it, you know, after I plant the seeds. But let me tell you, this stuff is so moist as it is. Cilantro will grow in the summer here, but it bolts so fast that it's really, it's hard to get a good crop. You could plant a bunch of it and then come back, you know, every few days and plant some more and just continue to harvest like that. You could do that. I'm going to try growing it, and these seeds don't look very good. I'm going to try growing it in some shade and seeing if I can't keep it I don't know, shaded, cool, see if it won't work that way. And if that doesn't work, then I saw another YouTuber talk about popolo. I looked it up, and sure enough, it's supposed to have like a cilantro flavor. So I'm going to grab some of those seeds. Gotta keep us in the salsa. And I use it a lot in Thai cooking too. Y'all, that's it. Real time, 24 minutes, I've done everything. Everything I set out to do in here. So hopefully these will start germinating really quickly. And if they start doing really well, I might add some more bags. I have another table that we were using to process chickens that came out of here, so I can bring that back in. So I'm hopeful. I've seen it work. I've heard other people say it worked. Okay, so that is it for my video today. I started my day off one way and I ended up a whole nother direction. And I love how that happens, that's a big old moth. I love how God shows us and puts us where we need to be at that particular time. My day was supposed to be spent in the garden. Instead, I went to town, to the pharmacy, and then over to the grocery side to grab lunch, and lunch was not there. We take for granted that lunch is going to be readily available. We can just go grab it. We don't have to worry about it. And that's not always the case. So God showed me, hey, listen, you need to be more self-reliant. You need to lean less on other people, and you need to take care of yourself and your family more. So, like a good child, I came into the greenhouse, didn't do anything that I intended on doing. Came into the greenhouse, I've got 2 different kinds of lettuce mixes planted, I've got pak choi planted, and I've got cilantro planted. And it didn't take that long, and it wasn't that hard of work. Even though I'm dirty, it wasn't that hard. So be very mindful. If God points and shows you something and points you in a direction, don't fight. Don't fight. So until we talk again, you guys have a great day and y'all be blessed. Bye now.